it is the human operating system time. So after I share the video on natural and the following the natural, and also the video Dave helped me that I can describe, explain what is the 1850 platform, momentum, so forth. I have received many messages from our Wing Chun friends worldwide. And the question is about Xin Qi to Dan Tian, natural, Fa Jing, and internal Wing Chun. So today I like to share with you in a scientific, systematic way, so that you know what it is and you'll be able to develop it if you like to. Okay. The reason why I named this channel as a human operating system is because we want to deal with things in a scientific, technology and engineering way, so everybody can develop it. Okay. And also, because it's human operating system, we do not promote fighting or violence, because it is much more fun for all of us be able to develop the Kung Fu we like to develop than talking about who is a better fighter, who is the warrior. Okay, those stuff have a lot of pressure and a lot of burden. Okay, so we just want to talk about science, and everybody will be able to develop it because this is a science and it's the education. So the first thing I like to share with you guys is on the natural state. Also, this natural state is the natural resonance on the breathing, natural resonance on the lower abs breathing, or to develop the internal clock, or the tempo of the music. So the natural resonance state, or the natural resonance of the lower abs, is a must for any internal art, any Qigong and any meditations if you want to get into the door. In the ancient time, the Sifu have to bring one to the experience. This is called the initiations, or the or bring you inside to the door. When we heard about Chinese say indoor student, indoor student. What does indoor student mean? Indoor meaning that you get into the door, you get initiates. Okay, so if you practice Qigong, internal art or meditation, the teacher will get you to experience this natural resonance on the lower abs. And then you have that initiations, you have the experience, you get the process. That is where you can grow and to develop your Kung Fu. Before that, you cannot do anything with it because you don't know. Okay, now, so why is it so big deal on this natural resonance, or the natural states, or the natural resonance of the lower abs breathing, you know, whatever we're going to call it, or the internal clock? Why is it so big deal about it? What the big deal about it is because most people do not have a process, a standard, a systematic process to do it, to get there. Okay? So, the process to get to the natural resonance, or to enter the door, or to get the experience before one can develop this Kung Fu, or internal Kung Fu, or meditation Kung Fu, or the internal art, or the Qigong, is this. First, one has to be able to handle one's 7 bowl. Open it up, make it light, so that one be able to not let the body, physical body, hindrance your breathing. The seven ball, if it's not handled properly, will hindrance or disrupt the breathing. Okay? Now, that is the key. And the second state, the 2C state, is under the condition the seven balls do not hindrance the breathing. Okay, the natural breathing, do not screwing up it and do not how to say that, to disrupt it. One get into a further, make the breathing further deeper naturally. That is the 2C state. Okay. So one at the 2C state, one be able to breathe really deeply naturally. So the first thing is you remove the hindrance with the handling of the seven ball properly. And then the second is you further develop your lower abs breathing to even deeper. Okay, naturally. So at the seven ball development, you focus only so that the body do not, the physical body, the seven ball do not hindrance the breathing. At the 2C state, you let the natural lower abs breathing develop. That is the key. Now, the third step, which is the natural resonance state, it is after the 2C, one get into the state to let the breathing, the lower abs, natural breathing, to run by itself. To run by itself, okay? So you can see these three steps. First is make sure that your seven ball is not hindering your breathing. Second is you let your body to do its natural job so that you can breathe really deeply, naturally. Let the body do its job, okay? The third is, at this condition, you let the breathing run by itself, okay? So first, seven balls handling, not let the body hindrance the breathing. The second is let the breathing do its job so that it be able to breathe deeply naturally. The third is, at the natural state, you let the breathing run naturally. So that is the natural resonance states or the natural states. Now, until one get here, one is not going to develop any internal qigong or meditation. One will not be able to handle this thing. Okay? Now, so what is Xing Qi to Dan Tian? Well, as we know, the natural state is the human natural state which has to get in or get into the natural world. Okay? Xing Qi to Dan Tian today, if you watch in the video and all those things, you notice that majority of people, when they talk about Xing Qi to Dan Tian, this part of the body is tense up. That means they have no handling on the seven balls, and that tense up disrupt their body, disrupt their breathing. The second is you also notice that they breathe with here and try to force it down to the lower abs. You know that that's not the 3C state. It is forcing it. Well, when one get into this, one will never get into the natural state or natural resonance because the body is hindrance it. body's hindrance or disrupting the breathing, and then one is using effort to force the inhale or exhale to going downward to the low abs or tan tian. So that's why we all can talk about philosophy and so forth, but in the natural, in the reality, the so-called Xing Qi to Dan Tian today is meaningless because everybody can argue about my lineage, my style, all kind of stuff. But if you just look at their stance, you know that thing cannot get into the natural resonance. And when you cannot get the natural resonance, you cannot work with your body. That is reality, okay? So hopefully you understand, you know what is different between natural resonance states or starting your inner clock compared with the Xing Qi to Dan Tian. Usually in general people talk about. Okay? Now, let's get into this so-called Fa Jing stuff. So what is the real meaning of Jing? Jing in Chinese language is just meaning force or strength with a direction. Strength with a directions. Okay? Strength with a directions is Jing. Strength without a direction is force. Strength without a direction is commonly like our strength today. Okay? So strength with the directions is like in physics we call force. There's a vector of it. Okay? When you have a force, you have a directions. When you have a strength, you don't talk about directions. So Jing is just force in physics. Okay? It is strength with the directions. Now, the generations of Jing, of force, it is just with your 7 bowls, with your developed 7 bowls. You use different mechanics to implement or to realize or to generate different type of strength with directions. So Jing is the force, Jing is force, Jing is strength with direction. Fa Jing is just using the 7 bowls. Okay, your 7 bowls with the different type of mechanics to generate different type of strength with directions or different type of force. That's all, okay? So if you saw the video, Dave helping me to explain this instability or unstable or imbalanced momentum play and so forth. You see me that show that under the mechanics that I use different mechanics to spin him out. Okay? Namely, I'm using the retract and the torque, and depending on how I handle the angle, either I just spin him laterally or I spin him upward and throw him and so forth. Okay? So that is just what it is. Okay? That's just what it is for Jing. It's a 7 ball, make use of different mechanics to generate that type of force or strength with direction which is needed to support when you play in the unbalanced momentum games. So the entire fighting is an unbalanced momentum play, as you can see in my previous video with Dave. And at any conditions as I need, I'm using my 7 balls to combine 7 balls, okay, or to drive 7 balls to drive this different type of mechanics. So I generate different type of force or strength with directions to satisfy or to support that imbalanced momentum play. Okay, so the bottom line is imbalanced momentum play. So hopefully this is clear for you. In Wing Chun, we have the retract mechanics and we have the torque mechanics. And based on retract and torque is very powerful mechanics, because retract can be in these directions, okay, say in this direction, and torquing is in this direction, okay. So it cover 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 directions cover already. Okay. Now, depending on how I want to adjust my torque up and down, up or down, that cover another 2 directions. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you cover the 6 direction of force there. So if you watch my video with Dave, you see I actually let him feel. If I spin him just with the 4 directions, or I spin him with the 6 directions, I asked him that how does it feel, and he's, you can see there how you spin him and so forth. So this is what it is. Okay. Now, this fudging stuff is not about, like usually we train some party tricks or some demonstrations under some kinds of conditions, and we call it fudging, or we want to have some kinds of demonstration with the student. No, those are a demo type of stuff. A real fudging, real jing is generate that force which is supporting your unbalanced momentum play, which is fighting. Okay. Now, internal art. If you're really serious of internal art, by the definitions of the ancient Chinese, you have to be able to get to the natural state to have your natural resonance. You need to have your 7 balls or equivalent developed, and you need to know the mechanics so that you can use with your 7 balls the mechanics you can apply to generate different strength and directions as you need for the unbalanced momentum play. This together is called internal art. Without this, there is no internal art. There's no internal art there. You don't have the natural state. You'll not be able to generate the strength with the direction at the different conditions under the unbalanced momentum. There is no fudging. There is no internal art. There is just some kinds of a demo. Is some kinds of tricks or demo in the force. Okay, so this has to be very careful. You need to be able to use it in real life in the unbalanced momentum play or in unstable momentum play. Okay. So this is how it is, and this I'm making it systematically as an education now. So in my books, the basic Wing Chun art and science is showing how the body can be opened up and different elements, the six core element. The beginning Wing Chun showing how to handle the 7 balls. The meditation matrix show about the natural resonance state in the breathing, and the Wing Chun matrix show the momentum play. Okay. So now those things are like textbooks. So that's why I want to make all this thing an education. Everybody be able to have the education and it's affordable so that people know what is going on. And only we know this, we can know what the ancient is talking about. Otherwise, you can go read about the ancient stuff, we have no idea what it is. It's just like this. People like to argue on this. I'm presenting this fighting is unstable, okay, unstable momentum play. All people can argue about this, but you know, if you really seriously read Sun Tzu, The Art of War, chapter 5 on momentum, it is saying that you are using round rocks, okay, and you put it on the top of the hill and let it roll down. Well, if you look at the round rocks, which is on top of the hill, which is rolling down, you know that that thing is an unstable thing. Because it's unstable, so it can flow. If it's stable, it is stuck there. So like Bruce Lee said, be water, my friend. You want to be water, water, you know, water cannot be ice. Well, ice is stable. If you want the water to flow and change its shape, it has to be unstable. Okay? So the ancient Chinese, even General Qi Guang said that one momentum become, you know, transform to become another momentum. There's a play. So all this play is unstable momentum play. That's fighting. It just have no idea why is it become standing a horse stance, or I have the sphere, I have this a round shape and all this kind of thing, which is based on stable state. Okay, like a ball, if you put it on the ground, stable state is going to stay there. It is not what Sun Tzu said in the chapter 5, the momentum chapter of the Sun Tzu said that you put the round ball on the side of the hill, you push it and it's going down right away. This playing the unstable momentum. So I hope that this is clear for you guys once for all. If you guys doesn't have the natural resonance state, don't call it internal. You don't have it. It develops. If one do not have the be able to use the 7 balls and implement different type of force as needed in the imbalanced momentum play by applying different mechanics, one do not know real fudging. One can mimic some demo and so forth, but it's not real life. This definitions is, I don't define this. The ancient Chinese have it written down as the Sun Tzu chapter 5, but just people somehow doesn't read it. Okay, today we all want to go to our own philosophy interpretations, but then Sun Tzu said that, you know, you put the rock on the edge of the hill, you roll it down, you will go. That's how you want to fight. That's how you want to win the war, with the very effective and efficient. So this is to share with you today, and you know, when we read the Chinese classic, we need to pay attention. You cannot just Google it and then say, well, I know this. Again, as what Bruce Lee said, empty your mind. Empty your mind meaning empty the cup, like the Zen saying. Bruce is right. It's right. If we don't empty our mind, we go read Sun Tzu. Even he said that, hey, you know, play with this imbalanced momentums, unbalanced momentum. We keeping thinking, oh, you have to standing in the stance with the center line come down, a center of mass here, and then this is a sphere. Well, did Sun Tzu say that? He did. It's us who don't clear our mind, who don't clean the cup, empty the cup. That's why we don't know what it is.